The DJI AIR2S. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe. Let's get into the video. Hey guys, it's Darren. When the DJI AIR2S was released, I gave this drone a bit of a hammering. If you've not watched that video, go and check it out. A lot of people watched it, gave either positive or negative criticism on that video, and it's great to see, and thanks so much for everybody who fed back on this. And it shows that a lot of people love this drone and a lot of people didn't like this drone, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. I'm giving you my feedback about what happened with the drone that I had, why I've rebought this drone, and would I recommend it to you guys. So after owning this drone for just a few weeks, I sent it back. I was itching at thinking this Mavic 3 Pro is going to be coming out and it's going to have everything that was missing on this drone, and I just wasn't feeling it at the time. But fast forward a few months, we still have no idea where this Mavic 3 Pro is. We've seen a global chip shortage, we've seen manufacturing slow down internationally, and we've seen rumoured prices of that Mavic 3 to be $2,000 for the standard package, which is insane and well out of budgets for the majority of people just wanting a drone to fly. So what I was doing was I was just flying this. I was flying the DJI Mini 2. I love this drone, but on some occasions there were a lot of limitations where I just wanted that active track, where maybe we was out as a family and we were on a bike ride, or we was on a jet ski or on a boat, and just having that ability to track us and feel to do something else while the drone is capturing those footage and those angles, that would be great and something I missed. So I was itching to actually give this another try, but the price was still pretty expensive for what it was, until I got home one evening and I saw this drone, the DJI AIR2S, on sale at £700 in the UK, which is a great price for the standard package. I didn't get the Fly More combo because I already had the Freewheel ND filters that go all the way up to ND 2000. I had a few extra batteries from when I had the Air 2. So what I did is I just got this and I just picked up one extra battery, which was on Amazon Marketplace for £50. Only been flown 3 times when I actually got it. So I got 4 batteries for this. I can charge this on a power bank when I'm out and about. So brilliant, that's all I needed. But I've now seen that currently, when this is being filmed, is that the DJI Fly More combo is £999 for the DJI one on Amazon, and that's just a great price. So when it first came out, yes, it was expensive, but the price has come down. Alright, so now I own this drone again. So what has changed? Why has my thought process changed? Why do I now like this when I pretty much hated it before? So the firmware updates have saved this drone. The active track performance on here, when it first came out, it would lose subject pretty quickly. It wouldn't track brilliantly all the time and it cut out a lot and it was annoying. Now the active track is pretty much 9 out of 10. It's really good. It's able to track you even in areas where there's lots of things behind you in bright conditions, and it can draw a box around you and it holds that lock really well. You can use this in different scenarios for people, for boats, for buildings. The active track now with firmware updates is excellent, and I use that feature all the time. And the difference between not having any and having active track, having position sensors on the front, top and the back, is excellent, and that alone is such an upgrade. Master shots I gave a lot of stick to, because do you really need master shots? But recently I was out filming the DJI Mini 2 and this drone on the iPhone, and this phone went dim and dark, couldn't see a thing, and it was just ruining the whole landscape in the shots because there was so much potential in that area. Master shots saved it because I was able to just pinpoint me. I could see this little green dot on the screen, click master shots, and it captured some really nice angles and shots. So that saved the day. So master shots again has improved the ability, the editing, the tracking, the way it locks onto things and able to get different angles. Master shots is better as well, so that's great to see. And the ability, and it's such a big upgrade, and this has also got better. The 5.4K now looks so crisp. Viewing that on a laptop or a big screen makes such a difference. The difference between using 4K 30 on this and 5.4K on here, especially in HLG or D-Log 10-bit, that is so good. If you don't like color grading, you can just put it on 5.4K in auto and then just select H.265 and you're going to get the best quality there, and the footage looks brilliant. It's really good. Massive upgrade between the two. In low light as well, there's a big increase because of the difference in the sensor size. So the low light on this is a lot better. So camera performance wise, active track and master shots have all improved since the last few months, and they've all got better, and now it's a high recommendation. Really good. Also, something which frustratingly you didn't have when this drone came out, but the DJI Mini 2, was some extra abilities within the DJI Fly app. So now you can auto sync HD photos, so you can just be filming, take a picture of something and it's automatic now on your phone. That's great to see. And also you can do trimmed downloads. So if you do editing in the Fly app, then you can now do trim downloads. Neither of those you could do when it first came out. Now you both can. In the wind, we've been recently doing a lot of climbing and hiking and going recently to Wales, where there was really high mountainous areas. And in high altitude, when you're higher up and it's windy, the DJI Mini 2 isn't great in the wind. It is all right in the wind, let me tell you, but it's not the best. And because this drone is obviously heavier and it's stronger, it's bigger, it's much better in the wind. So if you're in areas where maybe a coastal area where it's really windy, or you're going to be using a drone for capturing footage of you when you may be climbing or at higher altitudes, the AIR2S is going to be better than the Mini 2 by far. Now for most people, the DJI Mini 2 is going to be more than enough. If you want a small portable drone with a 4K camera, this is excellent and it's the best small drone out there at the moment. But if you want active track and you want the ability to have obstacle avoidance and a full active track system, we may be seeing new active track on the release of the next DJI Mini 3 or 2S, but you'll never see a full-on active track. They're not going to kill and cannibalize one of their drones and put everything on this. It's never going to happen. So if you want the best of both worlds, then you can grab both. Or if you just want everything all together, grab this. And if you're not really fussed and you just want a drone to take photos and videos and just fly it every now and then, grab this. But it all depends on your choice and why you need a drone. Now, with everything that's been going on in the world, especially for the UK and different countries around the world, you're going to be needing some kind of license to fly this in more areas. Without that license, you can't fly, especially in the UK, in a lot of places. So currently, with everything that's been going on, you can now do these tests online. So the UK, this is just for UK viewers, £79, I'll link in the description below, gets you that A2 course. With that, you can fly this in those recreational areas, in areas around beaches. That separation distance has gone from 150 meters to 50 meters, and you can fly it in those places. So before you couldn't fly it at beaches, at different places where there might be people, recreational areas, things like that. So a course is definitely needed for flying this, but at £79, it lasts for 5 years. It's not a bad investment. We're going to talk shortly about opportunities with this drone, but certainly because it is a bigger drone, you will need that. And I'd really highly recommend getting that qualification to be able to fly this in more places. So talking of opportunities, this drone, you can then work, and if you want to make money out of this drone, work for bigger clients. A lot of bigger clients have a specification of minimum requirements, maybe a minimum camera specification. They'll ask you for your qualification, they'll ask you for what drone you've got, they'll ask you for maybe how long you've been flying the drone, ask you for the camera and the video specifications. So the better and more stuff you can show to them, you can charge more money. So if you rock up with say a Spark or a Mavic Mini or Mini 2, you're going to be limited more, and you can still make money with those drones, yes, but this you can make more. So if you're looking at it for more commercial and you're happy to get the qualification, get commercial insurance, then with a drone like this, you could maybe make thousands from just one job alone and make this money back of this and the qualification really quick. So a great opportunity to make money either through adverts, for photos, for events, for roofing, loads of opportunities with this drone. There's also talk, which I can't wait for the ability in a firmware update soon, hopefully, that you're going to be able to use this with the DJI goggles or with the DJI Fly goggles. So I know it's more and it's a different add-on you're going to have to get, but you've already got them, that'd be great. But to be able to use this with some kind of maybe the DJI goggles or third-party goggles to have that immersive experience. The FPV mode, don't forget, on here is really good. It's stronger and faster motors, so it makes for a lot better flying performance over some of the other DJI drones with that FPV mode. I do stick by that when this drone was released, it was too expensive. It should have kept the Mavic Air 2 price around about the 750, 760 price point. That's a great package price for this drone. But more £900, £1,200 for the Fly More. It's expensive, isn't it? But what we have seen is in the last few months that price has come down. So I've already talked about £999 for the Fly More. If you shop around, look on Amazon, I'll put in some link in the description, you can get this drone cheaper now. I do wish it had side sensors on it. The Mavic 3 Pro will. This doesn't, but the way it actually tracks you, it uses the top and the front sensors. So if this is you, it'll track you from the side by kind of swerving around you. So it's really clever how it does it. And you did see some videos out there, and they were correct that this drone did have issues with crashing into twigs and trees using that active track when it first came out. But I've tested this quite a lot of times in the last few weeks, and with that active track, not videoed all of it, but the active track has got so much better. I've had no problems. It's not come close once to crashing. The firmware update has saved this drone. Honestly, it's so good now. So what do you think, guys? Have you picked this drone up? I was wrong at the start. It needed firmware updates and it got them, and now it has the drones so much better. So I'm going to be flying this regularly. I'm going to be keeping it for at least a year, and then in the UK that is, and then when the new drone comes out, hopefully it will have a CE stamp on it. I can sell this, put that towards the next drone, and then keep that drone for probably a longer period of time. In the UK, we've got these new laws coming in around Europe, so we are restricted. But if you are going to be buying one of these and you've got that A2 qualification, you're going to have at least 12 months of really good flying out of this. Sell this as soon as the next one comes out, get the most you possibly can out of this with that CE stamp, and move forward. Is the Mavic 3 Pro even going to have a CE stamp on it? If it doesn't, it's absolutely a no-brainer. I will not be buying that in the UK. In the US, you know, you don't have the same restrictions with regards to the CE stamp. So if you're in the US, Canada, you're happy to do the qualifications, don't even hesitate. This drone is phenomenal now. I was wrong. I got it wrong. Hold my hands up. The firmware updates saved it. Well done, DJI. Well done, everyone who's bought this and fed back. It's a brilliant drone. I am rocking both. I know it's not financially brilliant advice, but if you've got both of these, I can then take the DJI Mini 2 with me, and for the areas where might be loads of people about, you know, might be, don't want to annoy people because of the sound of it, the noise of it, because it is louder. Then I've got the Mini 2, it's portable and it's smaller, and get them shots. If it's windy, if I need that camera to be better quality, if it's low light, if I just want to be able to film and get the best possible footage, I've got the DJI AIR2S. So this alone is an awesome combination. Not financially brilliant advice, I know, but it is a brilliant combo in the best of both worlds. So take care, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, have a brilliant day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.